garden time. Hi, and welcome to Gardening with Rachel. I'm Rachel. Today we're going to learn about a gardening task that isn't always the most fun or glamorous, but it's very important. And that garden task is weeding. Weeds are plants that are growing in our gardens and our yards that we probably didn't plant, and we don't want them there. Weeds are plants that will grow very fast and spread all over our yards and gardens. Weeding is a job that we're not going to do once, we're going to do it over and over again. There are some tools that will help make our weeding job easier. So let me show you some of those. The first tool is a hand weeder. Another tool we're going to use today is called the Hori Hori. The final tool we're going to learn about today is one of my favorite tools. This one here is called the hula hoe or the scuffle hoe. All right, well, get your gloves on, get your gardening tools. We're gonna go to work. Now let's practice using the hula hoe. Out here in the garden area, we have gravel around the garden beds, and there's a lot of weeds and grass growing in the rocks. If I were to pull every clump of grass out by hand, that would take a very long time, and my back and my legs would get very tired. So we're gonna use the hula hoe instead. So remember, we have this flat edge here. This you want to put at the surface of the ground. And I'm gonna find a nice patch with a lot of grass here, and I'm just going to push, and as I'm pushing, it's sliding under the surface of the rocks, and I can just go back and forth. And now, all of these weeds are loose. And I can come back with a rake later and rake them all up. Let's talk about dandelions. Dandelions are very common weeds that we have probably all seen before. They start off with this yellow flower. These are a great source of food early in the spring for bees. Also, the greens of the dandelion are edible. All good things. However, once the flower is done, then the dandelion develops this guy. So I'm sure that we have all picked one of these and blown on it and made a wish. Those are weed seeds. They blow all over the place. So when I am weeding dandelions, I actually just pull off the seed heads first and put them right in my bucket so that the seeds don't spray all over when I'm weeding. So dandelions have a taproot. This is one very long root in the center of the plant. And if we don't get the taproot out, then the weed is very likely to come right back. So we can try two different tools to get the dandelion out. We have this handheld weeder. So this one, you'll see a little notch here at the top. You want to point that straight down into the ground. And I'm going to kind of use my shoulders to push down, use my body weight. Now the digger is in the ground, and I'm going to pull back on it. Now I should hopefully hear the dandelion pop. There it is. And hopefully we get it out with the whole taproot. And that's pretty satisfying. Now if you've got a really tough, stubborn weed, remember we can also use the Hori Hori. I'm wearing gloves. I want to be safe with this sharp edge here. So very similar to the weed digger. Just going to drive straight down. using my body weight. And then pull back. Ooh, that was a good one. Now that we know how to use our tools, we are ready to get to work. I have been neglecting this area here outside of the greenhouse, and it's starting to freak me out. So we're gonna get this cleaned up. Now, a lot of weeding can make me really tired and kind of hurt my back. So I'm only going to work on this area for 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna take a break. So I am going to first do my work, then I'm going to take a break on the swing. And let's remember, I said I'm going to work for 15 minutes. So let's set that timer for 15 minutes, and away we go. Okay guys, that was 15 minutes of some good weeding. Got 2 buckets full. Now we're definitely not finished with the area, but we did make a pretty good dent. Now, before I take my break, I'm going to dump my debris buckets either in a debris pile or my green compost bin at home. We're going to remember to put our tools away and make sure that they are clean and ready to be used next time. All right, everyone, thank you for joining me today. Let's remember, we learned how to use 3 different tools. We learned how to use the hand weeder, the hori-hori, and the hula or scuffle hoe. So you have dumped your debris, you put your tools away, you washed your hands, and now we are ready for a break. So first we did our work, and now we can take our break. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.